Wrestling fans, what's going on, man? It's Black House Booking here with a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. I promise you will not be disappointed. We got over 700 uploads on this channel. Tier list to fantasy booking videos to pay-per-view, premium live reviews. And you know what I'm saying? If you're old to the channel, you already know the vibes. You already know how to get down, man. First things first, man. Happy Couchmas. You know, we still uploading. We still got a marathon to uphold too. And this video was voted for in the community tab. It was 50-50 with another video that I uploaded not too long ago. So I didn't forget about this video, guys. I'm here to bring it to you today. If you want to follow me on Instagram, follow me at Real Black Couch Booking. And if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the Discord. The link is in the description down below. Join the Couch Core, talk to the homies, interact with us. We talk, you know, hot takes, upload suggestions, everything. So please join the Discord and please come with some positive energy. So that's the intro. Yes, I'm about to go to the gym. You know, we on the grind, we on the purpose, we be getting right. So I gotta go to the gym and get it in right after this video. How are you guys doing, man? Let's talk about the Wyatt Sicks. So first things first. I like the Wyatt Sicks. I do. When they first debuted on Raw, I love their presentation. I love what WWE had going for them. It was amazing. That's the type of stuff. I like cinematic stuff. One of my favorite matches is Bray Wyatt, rest in peace. Bray Wyatt / the Fiend version of Bray Wyatt versus John Cena, the cinematic match. One of my favorite matches of all time. Very well thought, you know, a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of fun. So, you know, I like cinematic stuff in my wrestling as well as the wrestling in the ring. The question of the day is, has WWE failed the Wyatt Sicks? And I'm here to tell you that no. All right, cut the video off. Nah, wait, don't leave. I'm playing. I need them watching minutes. Guys, WWE hasn't failed the Wyatt Sicks just because they lost to the Final Testament. Let me explain something. Wins and losses only matter when they're significant wins and losses. The Miz has the most losses in in WWE, right? The Miz has a lot of losses, but The Miz is still The Miz. The Miz is still a two-time WWE champion, multi-time Intercontinental champion, multi-time tag team champion, Money in the Bank winner. Wins and losses only matter when the losses are significant. Guys, the Wyatt Sicks can afford to lose. Why can they afford to lose? Because they lost to good opposition. I will admit, if the Wyatt Sicks had lost to American Made, I think then I would have been questioning, like, wait, what's going on? They lost to Final Testament, Karrion Kross, which you have spooky versus like post-apocalyptic rock metal type of guy. Not the same vibe, but Karrion Kross and Scarlett are like tweeners between the spooky and just the heavy metal rock conspiracy theorist cult leader type of vibe. So them losing to them, it actually makes logical sense. And Karrion Kross really needed to win this, guys. If Karrion Kross would have lost this and the Final Testament would have lost this, I kind of would have been like, all right, I think Karrion Kross is done. He needs to just leave WWE at this point because there's nothing for him. He needed that win. The Wyatt Sicks didn't need that win because them losing can build another story. Unfortunately, though, I will say, I wanted it to end right there with The Miz and the Wyatt Sicks and all that, but it's going to keep going, which is very unfortunate. It sucks because I don't want the Wyatt Sicks to get that win back. If the story is just centered around The Miz from this point on, cool. But I mean, you know, I think The Miz is still going to stick around with the Final Testament. The Final Testament is still going to be involved. But the Wyatt Sicks, man, the WWE has not failed them. They actually done them a huge favor because here's what the issue was with the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, rest in peace, one of my favorites. No selling, the being super duper strong, everything was working until they had to figure out a way to not have Seth Rollins look weak and lose as well. That's when things got really, really weird for the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. And obviously that Hell in a Cell with the red lights, one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. They put a stoppage to a match that's a no disqualification match in Hell in a Cell instead of just letting either the Fiend take the pin or Seth Rollins take the pin. Seth Rollins is a guy that beat the Beast Brock Lesnar, so why couldn't he beat a spooky guy, you know, in the mask? Like we know Bray Wyatt was on the supernatural vibe, but obviously we know that, come on, Seth Rollins still could have beat him. You know what I'm saying? I think what they're doing with the Wyatt Sicks is showing that they have weaknesses, they have vulnerabilities. They're people in costume whose minds are warped. They're not throwing fireballs and summoning people from the dead and putting hands through under the dirt coming out the ground and stuff like that. They're humans. They can be beat. Are they a little bit stronger than the average because of their mind? Sure, I'll buy that. But Karrion Kross is a beast. This man broke bats with his legs on Instagram. The Miz is one of the most smartest, the most technically sound, the most innovative, opportunistic wrestlers ever. For them to be able to beat them makes logical sense. And then at minimum, AOP, which is trash, they're big. The Scarlett Nikki Cross thing, that's neither here nor there. They're more like accessories to the story at this point in time, so I'm not even worried about them for real. But like, to say that WWE has failed the Wyatt Sicks, they buried the Wyatt Sicks, my only thing that I would say is the Wyatt Sicks were off TV for a long time before they got involved with The Miz in the Final Testament. So I will say I'm interested to see like why did they take such a long break in between finishing the stuff with American Made and then bringing them back. Because after a couple of weeks, I was like, where's the Wyatt Sicks? The Wyatt Sicks don't need to be champions. Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy don't need to be champions. Eric Rowan is probably just happy to be back in honoring Bray Wyatt's legacy. Nikki Cross is above being a champion. She's been champ already and she's done what she needed to do. I'm fine with that Nikki ASH title run and her title run with Alexa Bliss as tag team champions. Cool. Bo Dallas for sure don't need a belt. See, Bray Wyatt's character was interesting because he still had aspirations of being champion, because being champion meant that he was the leader of the free world in a way, you know what I'm saying? And he sometimes wanted to be champion to keep it away from other people from having that power and that control. Bo Dallas, aka Uncle Howdy, is more concerned with changing people's cognitive thinking and perspective. That's the character. He changed, well, I'll talk about that in a second. He attempted to change Chad Gable's perspective and cognitive thinking to change his character. What was supposed to happen was he was supposed to be the babyface maker, in my opinion, and Karrion Kross is the heel maker, which is why their story is a lot better than just what's going on with The Miz specifically. So that was the whole point of Bo Dallas / Uncle Howdy. He doesn't need to be a champion. He doesn't need to be IC champ, WWE champ. He don't need to be tag. The Wyatt Sicks don't need belts. They're the spooky gimmick characters, okay? So in order for them, the only way they could fail if they lost to somebody like Otis, if they lost to somebody like an R-Truth, they lost to somebody like Pretty Deadly or something, I'd be like, okay, this is terrible. They beat Chad Gable, they beat American Made, they taught him a lesson, blah, 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 excellent. The issue, though, is that what is the point of them? Because if they're supposed to be the baby, that's my perspective. That might be incorrect, but what my perspective is that they're teaching people who betrayed their friends. Like that's the whole thing. But I think the result is not just to teach them a lesson, but change them. Whereas Karrion Kross, which he's really, really great on social media, he actually brought up like, okay, they said they're gonna change these people. I actually changed the New Day. I actually changed The Miz. I actually changed people. So who actually doing what they said that they were gonna do? I like that. That's very good. I think the story should be more focused on Uncle Howdy and Karrion Kross. Even though Uncle Howdy isn't targeting Karrion Kross, they need to really clash and really have like a one-to-one face-off like conversation about like what are both of our motives and why I'm in the right and you're in the wrong. WWE has not failed Wyatt Sicks, but they're not looking at it from a deeper perspective of where they could really, the story is really intricate and they could take the story to brand new heights if they were paying attention. I think they are just more focused on, oh, they're spooky, they're creepy, they're gonna do cool vignettes backstage, the cinematography is gonna be great. But I like the psychology of wrestling. I like the psychology of the characters. That's, you know what I'm saying, that's what I really enjoy. So I see what's supposed to happen. They're not capitalizing on it though. I think that's the only misstep with the Wyatt Sicks that the WWE is going through as of right now. But to say that they failed them would be absolutely crazy, and that would just to be for me to get clicks, because that's incorrect. They don't need the belts. They don't need to win every match, because at the end of the day, what's worse though, having them where they're so undefeatable, unbeatable, and you kind of know every time you're gonna go to a program that they're gonna be the ones. And then not only will they not get over as a result of keep winning, the other person won't get over as well. You see the issue with Bray Wyatt and LA Knight, and LA Knight came out on top of that. Some people were getting like stale with Bray Wyatt and everything that was going on. It was too many promos, too much this, too much that, which now after me saying that, I see why WWE kept them away for a little bit. You don't want them to keep doing the vignettes every single week. After a while, it gets tiring. Even the Firefly Funhouse stuff, which I really, really loved, after a while, I'm like, all right, bro, we just kind of ready to get this thing rolling. Let's get the ball rolling. You know what I mean? I want to see what the Fiend looks like. Like, the Fiend build-up took mad long. The stuff with Alexa Bliss took hella long. Like, you know what I mean? And, like, let's keep it where we are. We're grounded. We're based. They're people with costumes where they're not throwing fireball. We don't need none of that nonsense. We don't need none of that, all right? Like, let's keep it where we are. They haven't failed them. I really wanted them to move on because there are other people that they should go against. And I'm assuming the New Day is going to be next. I'm just going to make the assumption that the Wyatt Sicks and New Day are going to get into it, which I brought up the point of we could do a Ministry of Darkness thing. Get rid of AOP, insert the New Day with Karrion Kross and The Miz. It doesn't have to be a faction where there's a leader, there's this and that, but they all come together for a bigger purpose, which is to go against the Wyatt Sicks. And even if the Wyatt Sicks loses in that, they'll have great moments. So it really won't matter if you think about it. Like, I think that makes a lot of sense to me. But, I think we can have some good moments out of that. But like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for love and support as always. And, man, Couchmas is upon us, and we got a big video coming. I cannot wait to drop this video. This video is going to change everything. Mark my words. Peace out. Stay tuned.